This question occurred to me whenever I was practicing my secret technique, the Content ID Oba Drive. As a practitioner of Hamon, I always wondered what it was like during the Jonathan and Joseph times, so I figured I'd make a video about it. In Phantom Blood, the Joestars are in possession of a stone mask, that of which Jojo tries to find as much information as he can, and doesn't really turn up much. In fact, none of it has to do with Hamon. It's not until he meets a Baron Zepri-san that he learns about what the mask is used for and how to fight it. With his personal experiences, he learns via a medicine man in Tibet who introduces him to the 80s musicians Tan Petty and friends who teach him the art of breathing. You can tell by this information that Hamon has not been published at this point in time. At least it's not been made available to a very large audience because, again, the Joestars are rich and they have a huge library. If they wanted to get their hands on information like that, they have the money to do it. Next is that the fights with Hamon aren't really made public either. So again, this is just the common man not learning about it, because anyone who sees the fights are either undead, Hamon practitioners, or associates of them, like Speedwagon, who know but don't really have the capability to practice it. It's not until Battle Tendency that we start to get sizable chunks of information corroborated by multiple sources, namely the Pillarmen who wake up and they are pissed off. Bitch, what the fuck? Y'all still out here eating spaghetti and putting birds in each other's mouths after like 2,000 years? Caesar tells Joseph that the German soldiers invited him to basically instruct them on the ways of the Ripple, which is kind of fucked up if you think about it, giving Nazis the capability to whatever overdrive, heal themselves, and basically ass pull whatever they needed. Maybe it's a good thing that the Pillarmen interfered. And this idea is supported by von Stroheim, who tells Joseph that the Germans were already hoping to harness supernatural powers like the Stone Mask to turn the tide of the war. Here's where I enter the realm of speculation, because this is stuff that is probably not super important to the details of the story, so they might just be that way just because. But whenever you see Joseph fighting with Caesar in that little square in Italy, not many people react to it in a way that they're surprised by this. They see a woman fucking vomiting birds into people's mouths, a giant bubble encapsulating some fucking 8-foot British man, and they don't really seem all that surprised by it. They're watching, yes, so they're interested to a degree, but really this guy could not give less of a fuck. He's not gasping or anything, nor is anyone else. Again, these are minor details that I don't really think were meant to be scrutinized, but it is worth mentioning for the sake of the video. The last few points I want to make are based on the physical presence of Hamon, namely the Hamon conducting scarves that Lisa and Strizo have. I wouldn't bat an eye normally, but it's the way that they were described. The stomachs of dung beetles or whatever were woven into fabric. That's a very intricate process. I'm not saying that the Speedwagon Foundation mass-produced these and sold them at neighborhood Walmarts, but I also don't think that Lisa and Strizo just cobbled these things together and put them on. The way I would assume it went down was some Tibetan merchant going to flea markets and selling these. Again, that's a very niche market, but there's enough Hamon users to buy that. Well, why would that be the case, Voss? They're just a bunch of gypsies practicing a dying martial art. Well, that's the existence of Hamon facilities, namely Airsuplana Island. You don't really regulate areas in the mountains, so it's no surprise that there's a bunch of gurus out in Tibet practicing this in little huts and temples. But Airsuplana Island is in a very well-developed area of the world, Italy, and Hamon does not pay the bills, alright? That's a sizable chunk of land, and maybe Lisa is doing overdrives of some sort on genitals, but I really don't think that Hamon users are broke boys, alright? They're probably rolling around in some monies. They do have the Redstone of Asia, however you want to pronounce it, so presumably they have other jewels and stuff, other assets in their possession to probably buy off that land and keep it bought off. I don't know. Again, this is just speculation, but what do you guys think? Do you think I'm full of shit, or is that a pretty viable theory? Again, some of this was speculation, so take it with a grain of salt. There are some facts peppered into that though, so take that into account. Yeah. Tell me in the comments below what your theories are, because I'm interested on what you guys have to say about this. This isn't a really discussed topic, so really any feedback would be great. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching.